Hello Lancaster students, it's Mr. Kraft, and I'm going to show you how to make cupcakes today. Okay, so the first thing is we're using the Artisan mixer, so we're going to put it together. Paddle attachment on. Okay, now we are going to put our gloves on. Gloves on so that we don't make a mess and we're staying sanitary. Okay, we're going to be measuring our dry ingredients first, so I'm going to grab my 1 cup of flour, and you always use your recipe because you don't want to guess at things in baking, and everything has to be precise. So use your recipe at all times. And I need 1 cup of flour. So I'm going to take my cup of flour, I'm going to use a flat tool, and I'm going to just shave it off very level. Place it in there, and then I need 1 tablespoon of flour. So I use my tablespoons, again, leveling everything off. And then my next one is sugar. 3/4 of a cup. So you're going to use your 1/4 cup 3 times. That gives you 3/4. Level off. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. Next, we're just going to work our way down. We're going to use our tablespoons again, and we're going to do the baking powder. The baking powder is used to leavening the ingredients, so it's going to help your cupcakes rise. So we need 1 3/4 teaspoons. Again, using my flat edge tool. There's my 1 teaspoon, and then I'm going to use the 1/4 teaspoon 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It's always good to count. You can count in your head, but it's always good to count so you don't lose count when you're trying to measure things. Finally, my salt. The salt is a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm going to find my 1/2 teaspoon. Always pour it over something so it collects it, so you don't get it all over your table, and then another level off of that. A good thing to also do is have a pen with you, and you can start checking things off as you go. Now we're going to start moving into our other ingredients. We're going to go into lard, and this is the easiest way to work with lard so that you don't make a mess. So we need a 1/4 cup. I'm going to take my glove, I'm going to stick it into the lard, and I'm going to pack it into my measuring cup. Just like this. You want to push down to get any air bubbles out. And then you are just going to take your fingers as you're leavening, and you're just going to level it off. Any of the extra on the sides, you take off. And then here's the key. You take your finger and you scoop inside the cup like this, and you drop it right into your ingredients. Just like that. Now, we're all done with this, so we can take our gloves like this, and you're going to fold this one off, place it into your other hand, and then you fold this off, and it's completely gone, and you don't get any of the lard on your fingers. Finally, we're going to measure our milk. We need a 1/2 cup of milk. So you're going to go eye level, and you're going to pour it on a flat surface. If you don't pour it on a flat surface, it can bounce up and down. So you want to make sure that you pour it on a flat surface. Then we're going to crack our eggs. 2 eggs right into our milk. And a splash of vanilla. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we are ready to start mixing. What we have here in front of us is our mise en place. You want to have all that together. That means everything in its place. Before you start any procedure, you always want to have that ready. Okay, so we're all set. We're going to bring this down. Again, we're going to lock this, and we're going to turn this on a low speed. Just to start to cream everything together, mix everything together. Okay, lift this up. Sometimes the shortening or the fat does not like to blend with the, gets stuck on the blade. So we just got to make sure that it's all broken into small pieces. Okay, now we're going to turn down to low speed. We're going to add our liquids. Okay, so you're going to add your liquids a little bit at a time. Drop that first egg in there. And then we're going to stop, and this is an important part here. When you're ever making cupcakes or a cake batter or any of that, you need to make sure that you're scraping throughout, okay, to mix all the ingredients together. So we're going to scrape and get all this stuff off the paddle, because everything likes to collect around the paddle. And then we're going to scrape around the bowl. Now if this paddle gets in your way, just take it out, set it off to the side, scrape all the way down, all the way around. And then here's a key part. Take your spatula, wipe it against the bowl like this, get all that batter off, and then you just take it like this, and it's one hit and it falls right back in. Okay, so we're going to put our paddle back on, set it down, lock the blade or the top back on, and we're going to turn it on. Now we're going to add the rest of our liquid ingredients slowly so that it doesn't splatter up at you. Let this mix for a little bit. We want a smooth batter, but we don't want to overmix. If you overmix, then you're going to get a tough cupcake. And when I mean tough, I mean it's going to be hard. Okay, so we stop this. Set this to our side. Now we're going to bring our cupcake container in with our muffin cups. So you set those in there. You're going to use the scoop, and you're going to level the scoop like this, and then drop it right in. And this batter makes exactly 12 cupcakes. So you can fill them all in, and then you can give them to Mrs. M, and she's going to give you guys a number so that when you come to Harkness, you'll have that number to bake your cupcakes. Again, if you have any questions, please be patient, work with Mrs. M, and have a great day.